The Dark Side of Genius by Donald Spoto. This book is read by Jeff Riggenbach. This book bears a dedication. For Ned. A friend may well be reckoned the masterpiece of nature. Emerson. It takes the pity of God to get to the bottom of things. Enid Bagnold, The Chalk Garden. Preface. My fascination with Alfred Hitchcock began over 30 years ago, while I was a schoolboy, and he was quickly becoming an international institution. Approaching the height of his popularity in the early 1950s, he was giving us a motion picture, and sometimes two, annually. And part of the fun was watching for his quick cameo appearance as he walked past an actor or boarded a train. Then, as if he wanted to extend his ample presence right into our living rooms, he became the host of his own weekly television series. With his nearly expressionless descriptions of the most antisocial conduct, he seemed to me like someone from another world, a land where murder was routine and betrayal the typical response of one person to another. At the same time, his face peered out from book racks, where collections of tales were marketed as Hitchcock anthologies. His presence touched every medium of entertainment and communication. Hardly a month passed without a Hitchcock interview in the local newspapers and national magazines. 20 years later, in 1975 to be exact, I met him for the first time. He invited me to watch him at work on Family Plot, his 53rd feature-length movie, and, as it turned out, his last. I was near to completing a book about his films, and he took time between scenes to answer some technical questions. Then, a year later, he kindly acknowledged the publication of The Art of Alfred Hitchcock by inviting me to luncheon. By this time, he was firmly established as a legend, and I was firmly established in awe of him. The awe remained undiluted during subsequent meetings and luncheons, but we discussed at these times only what Hitchcock wanted to discuss, and I had the impression that he was directing conversations the way he directed his films, to include only what he wanted to include, to reveal as little as possible of himself, and as much as possible of others. He was always cordial, but there was a cautionary coolness in his manner, as if he feared a sudden unmasking of his real, carefully hidden feelings. This, I quickly learned from earlier research, was an impression also left upon colleagues and associates who had known him for years. Very easy.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?